Hi, this is Zach from DocuSoft. Today I'm going to be covering DocuSoft Cloud File as DMS part of the system. So I've gone on any browser, any device. I'm using Google Chrome. You can use Firefox, Chromium, whatever you're looking for. Go to mydocusoft.com/login, fill in your login details and hit the submit button. This will take you to your landing page. Please check out my other video on the landing page to explain what's going on the landing page for you. So today we're going to look at search. So if I click on the search icon, it'll take me to the next screen. From here, I can now search for documents I've saved into the system. So there's a few ways of doing that. Firstly would be to use this box along the top. I can select the box, start typing in a case or client that I'm looking at. When I select them, that'll then bring up all of that Hill Premier Accountants documents within the system. I can then filter from here, so I could filter via section, for instance. So I might look at strategy and review. So it's bought everything for strategy and review. I might then want to filter again via category of whether it's approved or complete. And then I may have wanted to filter by description as well. So putting in bank, knowing there's just one with bank. So then we get to the one document we wanted to look at. I can select that and I get a view of it over this side. From here, I can rotate the page, I can zoom in, I can print from here as well, and I can view it in a full screen. So if I click the full screen, it just takes you into a bigger screen to look at that document. So that's the first way of searching. The second would be if we go to the little search icon up in the top right hand corner and select this. Firstly, you're getting your Explorer view, which is a bit like when we've clicked over here. Secondly, we've got our advanced view. So that's where if you know exactly where you're looking to search and you want to get to a document from there, you can literally get there much quicker. So I could search for Hill Premier Accountants under my cases folder, section, strategy and review. In the file name, I wanted bank statement or bank to come up in it. And I might want to search that in the last 6 months or 12 months or last week, last day, or if you click the full range, you can put your own date range in there. Once you're happy with the search, you can hit the search button and that will bang search for every bank statement under strategy and review in the cases folder under Hill Premier Accountants. Also, thirdly, we've got an OCR search. So this is searching for words within documents. So it's optical character recognition. This will work on emails, Excel sheets, Word documents, and on PDFs. With PDFs, when they go into the system, they get indexed overnight. Everything else, so Word, Excel, and emails are already indexed when they go in. So by the next day, you should be able to OCR search on a PDF also, as long as it is a typed document that's been scanned into the system at 300 DPI or more. So all you do is you can search all of these words. So you could put a list of words in here for it to find, or an exact word or phrase. And you can also put in not any of these words. So if I was looking for an email that I knew had some words in, but it was not from my colleague, I could put my colleague's name in here. So it'll find anything with these words and not from my colleague. And then you hit the search icon, it'll find every document with those words within it. So if we put in, for instance, Brexit, hit search. I needed to not put a space in there, hit search, and it's found every document that's got Brexit within the document. So that's all the advanced searches. So now we're going to go and find a document that I want to show you from. So I'm going back into Hill Premier and I'm just going to have a look at one called version control. This is a Word document. Along the top here, I can download, so that's downloading this document to my computer again and taking it out of the cloud. I can email a link to someone, so that's where it will ask you to copy, when I select it, copy the link, and then I can paste that into a normal email and send someone an email with that link in, which is GDPR compliant because it's not an attachment, and then when they follow that link, it will ask them to put their name, their company, and their email address in, and then it will let them view and download that document. When they do that, it will also on our audit show you that they've signed in for it and from their IP address, so you get on the audit who's opened it. I can jump to my case or client or customer in the CRM from here. If I click on the client button, I can publish this document directly to our portal for e-signature or approval. If I had a few documents here, I could link them together with the links button. I can check the OCR content of a document by clicking on the content button, and I can add bits in. So I could add my initials on a few different documents, and then when I OCR search, I could search for my initials and it would bring that group of documents up. You've got rename, so that's renaming the file of the document. So I'd be renaming version control to something else. I've got refile, so I'm refiling it either to a different case or client or a different section. If I click on the refile, so it's got the folder, section, client buttons, so you can change it to where you need it to go. We've got forward, so this is creating a task for a colleague against this document. When I click on the forward button, so it creates a task in their paper tray for them, or their electronic paper tray. I can change the category of a document, so from complete to in progress, or whatever your categories are set up of for within your system. I can jump to the contacts for the case or client, and I can check the audit, and then I can also delete the document because I'm an admin as well in the system. And then we've also got the launch button. So if I click on the launch button, that gives you a better view of the document and it gives you a bit more information in here. So I'm getting a view of the document. Again, I've got my navigation, rotate, zoom, print, etc., and seeing it in a full screen. Along the top, we've got the same as pretty much what was on the other screen as well. I can check the audit of the document. So this is showing when the document was registered into the system. So it was registered on this date and everything that's happened with it since. So you can see I've checked the document out to work on it, checked it back in. I've published it to the portal for them to approve. I've checked it out, checked it in, checked it out, checked it in, changed the category down here and viewed the document as well. I can add notes against the document if I want to. So me and my colleagues can keep an eye on the notes against the document, but it's not actually on the document itself. If it was an email with those attachments, then this is where you can get to the attachments that are attached to an email. And then we've got our version control. So every time I check a document out of the system and work on it, when I check it back in again, it will create a new version on the system. And always the latest version is what's showing up in the file. And then you can go back to a previous version if you wanted, hit the download button, and then you download it and resave it into the system again as a new document. So I'm going to check this document out to make some changes to it. So if I click the checkout button at the top here, next to refile an email, this is taking me to an online version of Word or Excel, depending on what type of document it was. And I can then make changes from here. So I could add another word. And then once I'd made the changes I wanted to, I can go to File up in the corner here. If I hit Save, at this point, my colleagues can see the changes I've made. It's already created a new version, but they can't check it out to work on it themselves because I've still got it checked out. Once I've finished making my changes, I click the check-in button and that goes back into the system. So if we go back to this previous screen and I refresh it and go to versions, you'll see we got a version today created. So that's the most up-to-date version, which is the one with good morning on it. So jumping back into the search part again, I'm just going to refresh the screen. If I have received a document back signed from that I've sent on the portal and it's signed by my client or customer or director of a case, it'll have the little signature box to say that the signature pen to say that it's already signed, and from there you can then add your signature on the document as well. Or if we go to a previous document that hasn't got signing on it, I'm just trying to find a PDF. So this will work in PDFs. Here we go. So if I wanted to sign this document in here as well, all I would do is I go up to amend up the top. So you're looking, because this is a PDF, you'll have amend appear up here next to launch and forward. From here, I can also annotate this document now, so I can write over the top of it, or I can put colors over it and save the annotations. I've also got my add signature, which you add in account settings, and then I can put my signature on a document, hit save and exit, and then that's signed on there. At this point, because James has already signed it as well through our portal, when I save and exit this and put my signature on, it also adds it to the document on his side of the portal as well. So he's got the document signed from both of us too. And that's our DMS. Please check out my other videos. Thank you very much for watching.